Hello, League. Welcome to the Week 6 recap. I am your commissioner, as you know. And today I will be going matchup by matchup, team by team, player by player to review, recap this past week. We start with the Blair Witch Project, Kyle Kopp versus Dylan Hughes, AR-15. Oh, Dylan, 48 points. 5 points from Justin Fields. 0.1 from Gabe Davis. 10.4 from Alvin Kamara, who I traded him. Probably shouldn't have done that. Cole Kmet, 0.9. Just an overall tough week. 48 points. On the other hand, I have to give credit to Kyle. Raheem Mostert, 31 points. Very good. Justin Tucker in a kicker game, 17 points. Very good. Dylan's highest scoring player was his kicker. Kyle's second highest scoring player was his kicker. So it truly was a matchup of the kickers. Mostert, 31 points. That'll win you a lot of weeks. Derrick Henry, 17.3. Always solid. Nico Collins doing his thing with 8. Trevor Lawrence hurt his knee, but seems like he's going to be okay. Kyle puts up 118, 119, and wins by, about 70 points. So kudos to Mr. Kopp, who advances to 4-2, and Dylan, who falls to 1-5. Next, we go to this week's version of the Toilet Bowl. Free Chiefsaholic Luke Bonema wins, gets to 3-3 with a 70.2 score. Pukuka Matata, Andy Unchained, falls to 2-4 with a 65.64 score. Andy had, 18 points from his quarterback and 9 points from Jerome Ford, 9 points from Garrett Wilson, and that was pretty much it. 9 points from Las Vegas D. I shouldn't discount Mac Jones and his horrificness. Luke got 70 points. It was 22 from Jalen Hurts. It was 8 from Jamar Chase, who is starting to come back to life. Rashee Spanish Rice with 72 yards. Ramondre, some call him Bumondre Stevenson with a touchdown. It was a good week for those 3 players. I think 4 players. That's pretty much it. Calvin Ridley was pretty invisible. Montgomery got hurt. That kills Luke. Young Ho Koo, 5.7. Luke puts up 70 points and wins. You take it and you run. He's 3-3. He's back. He's alive. Pukuka Matata in need of a victory. It's not looking good. Next, we have the Battle of Pearl River. Ryan Rico, Tom Gorman winning, advancing to 4-2 with 101 points. And Wally Balls, Matt Stokes, falling to 3-3 with 78 points. Tom had, 100 points is a good week. 22 from 2 is always good. McLaurin with 81, solid. Cooper, so solid, 108 yards. Tony Pollard, 11 points, solid. Harrison Butker, again, the week of the kicker, folks. 18 points for Butker. Kelsey with 12.4, all receiving yards. So I would say Tom had a pretty solid week. You take that 100 points every time. No real, duds on his team. KJ Osborne with 48 yards is the lowest scorer. You take that. On the flip side, that Justin Herbert with 19 points. Stinks. Devonta Smith had 4.4 points. Could have had probably 15 if he could catch a pass. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Andy Unchained's very own. 18 points for Matt. You take that every time. DeAndre Hopkins, he's sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. 2 points this week. Christian McCaffrey, big story with the injury. Is he okay? Is he not? We're going to find out. Right now, I would say McCaffrey, can Stokes' team survive without McCaffrey? Long-term, no. Short-term, yes. Pacheco got 9.8. He's got Zach Moss, who's a good backup running back. But, again, the tight ends continue to cause many issues for Matthew with his 78 points, and he didn't have a horrible week. He just had, Jake Moody missed a bunch of field goals. I mean, Stokes could easily, if like Devonta Smith can catch and Jake Moody can kick field goals, Stokes is probably up to like 90 points already. So it really wasn't too bad of a week. One of the better 78 you're going to see. And, he falls 3-3. He's still in it. Ryan Rico, 4-2, doing what he has to do. What else is new? Former champion. 2 former champions, actually. Next, we're going to go to my matchup. It was closer than it looks. I ended up winning by 10. Josh Allen played like shit against the Giants. Cooper Kupp, my new wide receiver, won. I got enough points, 95. Mr. Russell scared the shit out of me with Ken Walker. He gets the ball so much. George Kittle, only 0.1. That hurt. Jake Elliott missed field goal. That hurt. but it helped Mike because Mike's a Jet fan, and the New York Jets are a good football team. Minnesota defense, 21. Tyler Badgett, who came in to replace Justin Fields, R.I.P. Dylan, is somebody I've never heard of in my life. I've never heard of the man. He came in. He didn't play well. He almost gave Russell another 6 points, 8 points, which he already had 21 from his defense in Minnesota. But I digress. Last night, Josh Palmer played okay. Eckler, not so great. They couldn't run the ball. 85 points. Russell will be okay. He had pretty much nobody play that well other than his defense and got 85 points, so that speaks to the talent on his team. He's 3-3. He'll be okay. I'm somehow 5-1. I'll take it. I'll run. And I'll run all the way to Laporta Party, who gets another victory. Yes, Christopher Michael, 90.3 points. He advances to 2-4, while Sally Stubbs falls to 2-4. Sal had 75 points. He got 7 points from Baker Mayfield. Sal has had many, many problems with his quarterbacks. DJ Moore came back down to earth. Curtis Samuel, a Brooklyn guy, did pretty well. 10.2 points. Baltimore got 11. Other than that, 2 guys for Sal in double digits. The highest was his defense. Never good. The second was, I think, the Commanders' third wide receiver. So, yeah. Tough sledding right there. On the flip side here, Laporta Party got 18 from Lamar across the pond Jackson. Stephon Diggs with 100 receiving yards, the only able to really show up. CeeDee Lamb showed up. Adam Thielen is, like, I'm not even kidding, a wide receiver 1. He is going off for Christopher. Breece Hall is back. Laporta Party was outscored by somebody on Christopher's bench. Kyle the Pitts. Yes, 10.3 points for Kyle Pitts. You tip your cap to him. He played well. Finally, he had a good game. But Laporta Party got 90 points. He got enough. It was enough. He did well. Christopher, 2-4. Sally Stubbs, 2-4. And we will wrap this up with the man who I continue to pick against here. I am Knuff, Jean-Tui Eitenberg, advancing to 5-1 with 119 points versus Burr, Pat McCann, falling to 2-4 with 83 points. 119 for Bag. You got to think, well, where did that come from? Was it one guy or was it consistency? Well, folks, it was consistency. He had 13.2 from Matt Stafford, which is pretty low. Obviously, he cut Justin Fields. Now it doesn't seem too bad because he doesn't have a thumb. But Tyreek Hill with 22. Jacoby Myers Law Firm with 12.1. Rondale Moore, 2.6. Not great. Travis Etienne, though, 20. Kyron Williams before the ankle sprain, 21. Logan Thomas, 0.2. Yikes. So, yeah, Tui had either everybody go bananas or nobody go off at all. Nobody even show up, basically. But you take it. 15 points from his kicker, 119 points. That's a solid week. The Bag advances again to 5-1. As Burr, Pat McCann, Joe Burrow is back. He played a decent game, 14 points, better than what he's been. A.J. Brown with 131 receiving yards. He could have had more. Christian Kirk did pretty well. Keenan Allen did pretty well. You look at the first 4 guys on Pat's team, you think, oh, he might have had a good week. And he didn't have a bad week, 83 points. But Bijan Robinson had 8. Rashad White had 3.8. Evan Ingram had 4. Jason Myers had 8. And Miami had 5. So not really that much. If Burrow gets him a few more points, he's probably in the 90s. It wasn't a bad week for Pat. He just falls to 2-4. So again, your winners this week are Kyle, the Blair Witch Project, Tom, Ryan Rico, Christopher Michael, 90.3, Laporta Potty. I am Knuff with 119 points, John Tui. Myself with 95 points. And Free Cheesaholic, Luke Bonema with 70.2. So again, congrats to all the winners. Keep playing. Keep fighting. You never know. And this week, there's a couple of juicy matchups. I will say that. And you will see them in the preview that comes out tomorrow.